100th season of the NFL and 6 key questions going into week 1. Adam, you've got the first. Will Ezekiel Elliott have a new deal?
Based off what Jerry Jones said last night, no. Now, again, I don't think this will go on terribly long, a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. But if you listened to Jerry Jones last night, you couldn't come away with anything other than a pessimistic conclusion that Zeke would be there in time for the Giants. Looks like it's Tony Pollard time in Dallas.
Adam, you've got the next one, too. Will Chargers running back Melvin Gordon show up week 1?
No, Susie, he will not be there week 1. Melvin Gordon will miss the opening game against the Indianapolis Colts. Will not be there. He'll be home watching.
Melvin Gordon show up week 1?
No, Susie, he will not be there week 1. Melvin Gordon will miss the opening game against the Indianapolis Colts. Will not be there. He'll be home watching it on TV. These two sides are not close to a new deal right now. We said initially, when we talked about Melvin Gordon holding out, that this holdout threatened to last into the summer and into the regular season, and that's exactly what's going to happen here. Melvin Gordon's going to open the season away from the team. As much as he'd like to be there, he's going to be out for the opener against the Colts.
Mike, you're up next. Will the Texans trade pass rusher Jadeveon Clowney?
They are trying really hard to. I think it's going to be difficult at the end of the day because of the July 15th rule, meaning he cannot sign an extension this year. Therefore, a team giving up value doesn't know what they're going to get in return. Therefore, they won't be able to get a lot for him. I think the 26-year-old pass rusher ultimately goes back and plays 1 year for the Texans.
He's got an unofficial no trade right now by not signing that franchise tender. They can't trade him unless he signs, and he's not signing unless he's being traded to a place that he's comfortable going.
And that team doesn't want to give up a lot because they don't know if they're going to have him in 2020 and beyond.
And can't sign him to an extension.
Until then.
Mike, another one for you. Will Redskins left tackle Trent Williams end his holdout?
I don't think so. It sounds like we're talking with non-economic issues here, which are always the most difficult, in my opinion, to solve. So if there's lack of trust from the medical department in terms of player care and his health and safety, I think he's going to ultimately force a trade. And if he's not there, that really hurts them. They have the best offensive line coach, in my opinion, in Bill Callahan. But Trent Williams not being there will certainly hurt this team.
This one is brutal, Damian, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. He's one of the best left tackles in the league. But I will say this. When you say it's not about the money, it's about the money.
Yep. So, all right, Damian, we're going to stick with you here. Will Jared Goff or Dak Prescott get extensions?
I'm not the insider on this, on this one right here. My gut tells me as far as Dak is concerned, I don't know if Dak gets a deal. I don't know if he gets a deal this year. Jared Goff, with the Rams going into a new stadium, what is it, in 2020? I think he might get a deal before Dak will.
So what do you think, Adam?
Well, there have been talks with both sides. I think that neither side is close right now, but again, I think either one could change very quickly. It wouldn't surprise me if we saw a deal for one of these guys, at least one of these guys, in the next couple of weeks.
I think in Dallas' case, there's really not a rush because you know you could always franchise them. That's why they got Jalen Smith done. Byron Jones may not be there from now. I would try to get Amari Cooper done next if I couldn't get Dak Prescott done. In terms of Jared Goff, you have another year. You can always franchise him as well. So ideally, you get the deals done, but there's not a rush.
And because of that lack of urgency, that's why those talks have dragged on to now. It's August 30th, and we don't have a deal. And both sides, with both players, have talked, and they're trying to get it worked out, but we still wait to see whether they will.
Let's play the same game with receivers. Amari Cooper, Julio Jones.
I think it's Julio. I think Julio gets a deal before Amari Cooper.
Yeah, I think this is one of the few mistakes Dallas has made. When they gave a first-round pick, they gave Amari Cooper's agent a blank check because now he's 16 games away from being a free agent, and they gave a first-round pick. So of all the players we're talking about, in my opinion, Amari Cooper has more leverage than any of them.
And I think he's prepared to wait, Amari Cooper. It won't surprise me if he plays the entire season without a new contract and stays on his current deal, and then he does a deal after the season. But we'll see how Dallas approaches it during the course of the year.
And Julio Jones, didn't this earlier in the preseason seem sort of matter of fact? He's going to be the highest paid. We're going to get this done. Didn't this seem matter of fact?
Yeah, based on the comments that Mr. Blank made, the owner of the Falcons, you get the sense that by opening day it's going to get done. Julio Jones has been there. That's kept the noise down. I know he hasn't practiced much, but by him being there, I think that helps facilitate getting something done. So it looks like, to me, I can see that getting done again before Amari Cooper, because if I'm Amari Cooper, I know how much value they've already put in me. So time is on Amari Cooper's side. I think Julio Jones, with 2 years to go, they would like to get something done and reward a franchise great. In my sense, by him being there, they want to reward that.
You should get points for being there, shouldn't you?
Being there and being quiet.
That's
Being there
right.
and
Yes.
That's
Being there and being
true.
quiet.
Plus 5 straight seasons with at least 1,400 yards. For Julio, that is.
And not to mention that he's a pretty good player.
No, that is pretty good.
not
Both of them. Next on the show, we're giving out preseason awards. Many candidates for Rookie of the Year. Is Kyler Murray really a runaway for Offensive Rookie of the Year?